Yeah. All right. And I gotta adjust this thing. Boom. That there. Put that there. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Do. All right. So, we gotta do this one quick. And just a little one. No. I gotta do a slightly bigger one. Do. Okay. Oh. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone today? Do it. About a cup. Living the dream. Oh, yeah. Rory, what is good? Good to see you again, too, man. How are you? How's your day, man? Hope the weather has been awesome. Today was just insane. It's warm as all hell. You can see it. Like, look how bright it is right now. Yeah, man. I hope you're having a really great Thursday. Thank you so much for joining, dude. I appreciate you. Sous Chef Nanners the mid.
Wait a second, is that you here? I can't see the comment.
You can't see the comments?
No.
Try coming back in?
I don't know, yeet myself. Oh, hi.
Yeah, man.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see that one, even though it's like, there's a message.
What's the purpose of washing the rice? So, essentially, when rice is processed, it's done in a very clean manner. Obviously, like they shuck the shells off the rice, all that stuff. What washing the rice does, it gets rid of the extra sediments from the shipping and processing standpoint. I mean, it can still be pretty clean rice as is, but what this does is it kind of just gets rid of extra dust, any debris, any of that stuff that could be, from the holding process when they pack up the rice, right? So to me, this is a super clean way to do it. Every time I make rice, it sticks to the bottom. At what temperature are you cooking your rice at? It would be a really good question for now, because the way, again, I use non-stick pans. That's also another good, easy solution, because I know you can still do it in like a steel pot or anything like that. You'll still end up with the same results. But one of the best ways to, I guess, prevent your rice from sticking, especially if you're going to use like a medium high. See, that's the thing. Don't cook it on medium high. One of the best, and you're going to see this today, one of the best methods that I really enjoy doing, and I've done this for several years now, and it works generally for pretty much all pans, non-stick or not. One of the best ways to do it is put it on medium, let it come up to a relative simmer, or just like something where it's like you can see it steaming. You're starting to get a good amount of heat distribution, and then once that happens, just go ahead and shoot it down to a number 1, like to ultra low with a lid on, and that will simulate what a rice cooker does. right? Because already you have the water on, it's already warm, so it's going to start blooming your rice itself. And then just go ahead, put the lid on, and it should just finish up the rest, right? It'll take about, I'm going to say 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but do it nice and easy, nice and slow. And you'll end up with perfect rice, usually all the time. Ghost, what is good, man? How are you? Hope you're having a really great Thursday as well, dude. Good to see you. Yo, hey, yeah, but if you guys do mess with Rory, you're right. If you guys do mess with if you do mess with rice, 100%, just do the hack, get a rice cooker, right? The best part about a rice cooker, it's like a slow cooker as well, where not necessarily a slow long cooker, but what you can do is you can actually end up cooking a lot of different stuff in the rice cooker when you do your rice. One of the best examples of this is Hainanese chicken. Which I always recommend trying to do because it's huge flavor, really easy, and at the same time, it's kind of one of those set and forget things. You just kind of cook the rice, do your thing, come back to it when it's cooked, give the chicken a quick check, and then you can just, just fluff the rice, get the chicken out, finish it in the oven if you have to, if it's not fully cooked. But yeah, it's one of those guaranteed high flavor types of dishes, super easy. Dawn and Bella, oh, we're doing good, man. How are you? How's your Thursday? Yeah, today so far is amazing. We got a lot of stuff done in the house. What was it? Shannon's still on her holidays for the week, so I got to spend a whole day with her, which was awesome. Yeah, it's been 20 degrees so far, so can't complain. Not raining. Diane, hello from Nova Scotia. Hey, what is good? How is everything out there? Awesome. Yeah, so again, today's just going to kind of generally be a really quick, well, boy, what is good, dude? Good to see you. How's your Thursday going? Yeah, so today's going to be more of like a fast or a quicker, I guess, live, just because we got our little one. She got picked up from the grandparents, and she's having some snacks right now, and she has her first soccer practice, so we want to go definitely go check that out. You know what I'm saying? How do I do the fried rice? So it's very simple. I got the rice going in the back. In the back, I just have this going on like a medium heat right now, just so I can get the water kind of subtly going. This chicken stock powder and a little bit of sesame oil in the rice. And then I'm just going to just slap the lid on. Once it comes up to a really relative simmer, I'm just going to put it back down to low, let it do its thing. Just got work off at Popeyes. Oh my Lord, I love Popeyes, dude. Right on. How was your shift? I hope it was nice, easy, relaxing. I know it ain't, it's fast food, but hope it was good. Everything went smoothly, I hope. Almost time for Popeyes for you. Right on, dude. Yeah, dude, I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be cute as hell.
Is fried rice better with leftover rice, or does it matter?
To be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Like, I've been using leftover rice, like day-old rice in the fridge for forever. I guess like just like every other Asian. But like at the same time, you can still use fresh rice. The fresh rice method is the one I use more, just because I only cook enough rice for the day. I never have excess or as much excess as I usually do. But if you're going to use fresh rice, just make sure that you just kind of do the steps to make sure that, because your rice is already hot, try to make sure that it's grainy, so like it's not clumpy. If it is that kind of clumpy, make sure you give the rice a good amount of time to rest. Like you give it a fluff, let it do its thing with the lid off, and allow it to cool down. Yo, rice is life. I honestly, there isn't a week where I don't think I have rice, and I do notice it if I don't have rice. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wouldn't worry about my hair falling out because it's already done that. Oh, man. Yeah, but I mean, day-old rice, it does make it easier to make fried rice if it's because it's crumbled, it's cold, you know what I'm saying? But day-old rice, I guess it doesn't matter. But do make sure that if you have warm rice, that it is cooled down and all that stuff. Because the starches in the rice, if you use it directly fresh, like without letting it cool down just a little bit, it will stick to the bottom of your pan. Oh, I know you're kidding, bro. I appreciate you for being here though, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, rice is amazing with salmon. Oh my God, yeah, and especially with things like teriyaki sauce, you know what I'm saying? Or like a sweet soy-based sauce with green onions, maybe even some like toasted almonds or something like that. Amazing. Lambo, what is good, man? How are you? So what is in Alaska? So a baked Alaska is essentially the components of a baked Alaska is cake on a base, frozen ice cream, and then egg whites on top, right? Egg whites that have been whipped with sugar piped on top and then burnt. Then when you plate it, you hit it with just a little bit of alcohol to get a quick flambe on that baked Alaska. Am I from Alaska? No, I'm from here in Calgary, and I was born in the Philippines, brother.
Rory wants to know, he puts butter in his rice cooker. Is that bad?
No, you're good with butter. I mean, a lot of people do put butter. I grew up with just it being plain. You just add stuff to it as is, and that's just as good. Okay, so yeah, I got the rice going in the back, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I have some extra of that pork belly I cooked off on Tuesdays. Matthew McIsaac from Edmonton. Hey, what's good, my dude? From the north. Yeah. Yeah, so I got this little bit of pork, what do you call it? Pork belly that I had from last stream. So what I did is I took it and I left it marinating the last 2 days in this Chinese braising liquid just to see what color we would get. And it's like gnarly, right? It's like hella marinated. Right, look at that.
What are you hitting that rice with?
That's awesome. So I'm gonna put that into a pan. And what am I hitting the rice with? I'm gonna be doing just a little bit of peas and scrambled egg. I'm gonna char it with. Then I'm also just gonna flavor it with the usual stuff, right? So Chinese 5-spice, a little bit of garlic powder. I think there's some white onion I can pull out of the fridge. Again, today's more or less just about using up kind of any of the leftovers that we got. You know what I'm saying? So to this, I'm just going to go ahead and put this onto a medium-low heat. I'm going to add just a dash of water to it, just so that so it doesn't over-reduce right away. Keemers, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Peter, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the live and welcome to the community. You're going to love it up in here. Yep, Keemer's cooking up as usual, bro. Hey, Sage and Scarlet, welcome. It's good to see you too, man. And Matthew, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Braising you can actually do with pretty much anything, even fish. But it really depends on the cut of meat, as well as like things like fish. They're super flaky, so braising it or poaching it really low, really slowly guarantees you a very flaky, very moist overall kind of meat. But when it comes to things like pork or chicken or beef, it really depends. Like if you're going to braise chicken, the best chicken to braise is dark meats, whereas like things like pork, I would highly recommend use things that are a higher fat content. So things like pork belly, the ribs have a really good high fat content on the back parts of it, as well as things like pork shoulder. Cuts like that are just more tendon with a higher amount of fat rippled throughout the meat. When it comes to beef, I highly recommend use things that have more connective tissue and tendon. When you braise it, it actually breaks down much easier. So things like, again, stewing beef, things that are a little bit tougher, you can go for a little while longer, and I highly recommend doing that. Are we blowing bubbles tonight too? Well, I know my baby will be. She's out there. She'll probably want to blow bubbles after she does some soccer tonight.
There's a bubble wand behind you.
Oh, a bubble wand. Yeah, that's hers. And I guarantee I'm gonna bring that and she's gonna want it. Antonio, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you.
We probably need to top it up too.
Yeah, we got a big jug of like extra like bubble liquid for her, and it was super cheap, so we picked it up for her. Yeah. So what's everyone else saying for dinner tonight? Okay, so to this, it's just braising liquid, right? So I definitely do want to add in a little bit of extra flavorings. So to this, I'm just going to add in just a little bit of garlic powder, white pepper. Okay, and where is, of course, like Chinese 5-spice, just because I do like bulking up a little bit of like the, what do you call it? The spices, right? You want a lot of good aromatic fragrances. Oh, it's gonna be one of those situations where like I see it, but I don't see it.
Rory's taking his parents to the old spaghetti factory.
Oh, nice. Yo, I haven't been to an old spaghetti factory in like a minute, dude.
And Bridget accidentally saw her Mother's Day gift.
You accidentally saw your Mother's Day gifts? Is it dope? Is it a pony?
Is it a pony?
Did you see it?
No. Or did you hide it on yourself? I found the
I
cinnamon.
thought, oh yeah, I know we got cinnamon. Here, I'm actually going to throw in just a hit of
You got a
ginger.
Good fucking cinnamon. It's not stupidly on the counter or something, is it?
No, I don't think so. At least I don't think it is. Most likely, I am looking directly at it, and I am. All right, here we go. Like a moron. All right, so I'm just going to hit it with a good amount of Chinese spice. Boom. Shoot dive in there.
604G wants to know what's on tonight's agenda.
Colby, thank you so much for the follow. And what is on for tonight, my friend? We're doing some nice braised pork belly that I had marinating since the last live. Because I did make sure to reserve 3 pieces of pork belly. I was originally going to do up my own bacon, but I just without a smoker, it just isn't the same. You know what I'm saying? So instead, I actually left it marinating in some nice Chinese braising liquid. All right. And then now I'm just hitting it with it's a bit of water. I'm gonna hit it with just some extra chicken stock, right? Bring up just a little bit of that salt. There's white pepper, Chinese spice, powdered ginger, and powdered garlic in there. So it's gonna just braise really slowly for the next, I'd say like 35-40 minutes. Again, this is just gonna be a a shorter live stream, just because we want to go see our kid at her first soccer practice. Yeah, but how are you? Colby, how are you as well, man? I hope you guys are having a really great Thursday. Thank you guys so much for joining. To be honest with you, white pepper, it's a little bit more fragrant, whereas black pepper has exactly what you expect from black pepper. A little bit more of that spiciness, but they're both just equally as aromatic. That's your new account? Oh, man, that's cool. Right on, dude. I'm doing really well, man. Today was super productive. Weather's amazing, finally. It hasn't been this nice in a little while, so I'm loving every second of it.
Oh, it's Matt.
Hey, Matt, thanks so much for the roses, dude. How are you today, bro? Yeah, white pepper, but I do love white pepper just because it is, again, it's very fragrant, but still very subtle. So the spiciness isn't necessarily there, but it is still very encompassing in terms of like the actual pepper flavors, which is awesome. Yeah, the weather's incredible today, dude. Colby Gray was your old account. Oh, no way. Right on, dude. Oh, you prefer Matthew?
Matthew, sorry.
Okay, then Matthew it is, my friend. Sorry about that. It went above 23 today in Vancouver. Debating whether or not to turn the AC on. Oh, that's awesome. I always got band merch. Yeah, not today, man. I'm wearing my nice Kitty Universe shirt. Wham. Yeah, no, we didn't speak about that, Matthew. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. So at least from this point on, we'll just continue with that. So check this out. So I got the this is coming up to a nice simmer. I'm gonna just go ahead and bust that back down to a lower heat, so like a 3.5. Okay. Now we're starting to get a good amount of steam going, and it's starting to boil in the back for the rice. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that down to like say a 1.5 low, just a little notch past low. Okay. So I'm gonna let that thing go. I'm gonna grab really quickly.
What's Stoned+Alaska from Deacon of Multiplayer?
All right. I'm glad you guys asked. So what I was thinking of is, so I really couldn't figure out a dessert. Like I was just thinking, I'm like, hey, I'm looking through the freezer, looking through the fridge. I have a bunch of desserts that are left over from the last couple lives. All that stuff. You ate hot wings from Costco. They're too hot. Now I'm watching live from home. That's hilarious. Yeah, but but what a stoned Alaska is, it's my version. I'm basically going to be doing like a Filipino baked Alaska, essentially. And what I found in the freezer was some leftover ube ice cream, which I have now in a form. Okay, so I took a little bit of that ube ice cream, I put it into just a form with a little bit of plastic wrap, and what I also have left over is I still have some of those like banana spring rolls that I made for a dessert as well. So, like the Filipino turon, right? So what I was thinking is I'm going to take the turon and I'm going to chop it up really, really finely. So it's bananas, that crunchy stuff, like the outer skin. And George, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. And Demon of Multiplier, yes, hit me with a joke, dude.
Why did Adele cross the road?
Why did she cross the road? And Colby, yes, I have tried the Bulldog Ramen. The carbonara flavor is awesome. There's also another carbonara type linguine ramen that I've also tried that was also equally as good. To say hello to the other side. Yo. Fire. I dig that. I dig that. Yeah, I mean, we don't hit desserts too hard, but we try to have at least really good desserts around. So what I'm thinking of, I'm going to take those banana spring rolls, I'm going to chop them up. They have bananas, they have the spring roll wrap that's been fried. I'm going to go ahead, stuff that as the base instead of cake for the baked Alaska. And then I'm actually just like, since this is all going right now, and it's slowly searing, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to whip up just a little bit of, what do you call it? Just a little bit of egg white meringue. All right, and then that's going to be what I pipe onto the top of the baked Alaska. Then I'm going to hit it with the blowtorch. Good to go, right? That'll be the actual dessert. Okay, so then I got a pan out. Boom. That's going to be for my rice. When that finishes, I have my pork. I'm going to cut thin. I'm going to take the pork out, let it rest, and then reduce this down with a good amount of sugar, stuff like that. And then I'm going to actually be hitting the fried rice with some of this liquid and extra soy sauce, just to bring up that nice sodium in the rice, so it's all, all super saucy. Yeah, and then in the rice, it's just going to be peas, a little bit of leftover cabbage, and some fried eggs, right? Super easy. Am I more of a chef I'm more of a chef. Like I always say, I fucking suck at baking. Really, my partner Shannon, Nanners the Great, she is the one in the house that bakes. And she does it amazingly, you know what I mean? So that's always like been my favorite thing, is that we always, when she bakes cookies, those cookies are gone. Okay, right? So now, because of that marinade, we're getting a really good breakdown on the pork, right? The fat's starting to now render out into the stock, which is going to be awesome. So when this thickens up and I end up reducing it, what's going to happen here is that fat content is going to really permeate through the actual sauce itself and be awesome. Thinking of ice cream sandwiches, right on. If you want to do like the dankest ice cream sandwich, in all honesty, if you have any chocolate, like you have a chocolate bar around, or do you have like any like Hershey's or something like that, what you could do, if you don't have if you have ice cream, if you have ice cream like and cookies, make ice cream sandwiches out of those. But another really good one, dude, is do pancake or waffle tacos, right? Just make up really thin pancakes, right? You know what I'm saying? Or just make up waffles, let them cool down, hit them with the fucking vanilla ice cream, a little bit of jam, just fold that shit up, eat it as is. You know what I mean? You know what? A good way to make, honestly, buy rotisserie chicken, add that to the green onion and sweet chili sauce. Yeah, it's amazing. Hell yeah. I used to do that all the time, dude. And what I really love is adding an additional, if you can, go spend the money and buy a bag of this. Right? Crispy fried onions. It's a big old bag. It's like $4. And I highly recommend, if you're going to do it with the rotisserie chicken, green onion, sweet chili sauce. Also, if you can, get a jar of chili crunch. It is, where are ye? Where did I put you?
It's right there.
It's not right there. It's not right there, Shannon.
It's right there.
No, it ain't. There it is. Found it.
I told you.
Okay, so chili crunch. Boom. this thing, right? So it's chilies, crunchy fried garlic, right, in oil, right? Finish with that on top of your mama noodles as well. You'll love it. You can if you go to a grocery store that has a really nice Asian aisle or Asian section, or if you have a T&T market or something like that, or an Asian market, check them out. They'll definitely have some sort of fried onion in a bag. And the best part is you're just using a pinch. So when you do your mama noodles, just go ahead, take a huge handful, boom. It's very Indonesian, Malaysian. As well as I'd highly recommend also, you have T&T in Edmonton? Absolutely. Yeah, definitely do that. And I highly recommend if you're going to do any type of noodles, like anything like that, fried egg. A fried runny egg on top of that thing. Amazing. Yeah. Okay, so how are we looking? That's looking great. Okay, so really quickly, I'm actually just going to go ahead and I'm going to break 1 or 2 eggs. I'm going to do probably 3 eggs, actually. I need this, and I need this. What is that, a white onion? Yeah.
Joe Mama wants to know where you're from.
Joe Mama, I am the Filipino flavored, my friend. But I was raised here in Calgary. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take 3 eggs. Okay. Because the eggs themselves I'm going to use for the fried rice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve the whites from 2 of them. Right, and I'm going to use that for my meringue for on top of my ice cream. Where's that garbage? There it is. Whack.
The one in the middle of the floor?
Yeah, the one you can't miss. Okay, just like that. Bam. Okay. And of course, when making meringue, just be careful not to get any yolks into your whites, because that will definitely, all the fat content in the whites will prevent it from turning into a full meringue.
All the fat in the yolk.
Yes, all the fat from the yolks in the whites. God damn it. You're flipped too? Hey, right on, dude. What part of the city? What part of the city you in? Did you grow up in the south or you grow up in the northwest? Because really, or the northeast even. Colby, thank you so much for the gift, dude. I appreciate you, dude. Let him cook. I appreciate that, man. Northeast, right on.
I love that.
Were you an Applewoods kid? Yo, hey, Colby, thanks for the let him cook, baby. I appreciate you, dude. I haven't done the egg in a while. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make that. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, because again, Castle Ridge, hey. Yeah, I knew a lot of people that grew up at Castle Ridge, Falcon Ridge. Applewoods was a big one because there was like Barrio Fiesta that was nearby. All right, so to the egg whites, we're going to hit with a splash of lemon juice. This is going to help more or less cook the whites.
Oh, you got a hat and a mustache.
Oh, hat and the mustache, damn.
It's stuck on the sign.
Stuck. Hey, Colby, thanks for the hat and mustache, dude. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I got a little bit of lemon juice. Then I'm going to hit with a shit ton of powdered sugar. All right, so this is going to help create just basically like a super sweet, like almost like an Italian meringue without it being cooked. Okay. Boom, and what is that whisk attachment? There you are.
See if we can get another hat. No, it's stuck on the sign.
Colby, thank you so much for the hat and mustache again, dude. You're too kind, man. I appreciate you. Okay, so
I'm so amused that it keeps getting stuck on the sign.
it keeps getting hit on the sign.
Yeah, like it thinks there's a face in the sign, so that's where it sits.
That's hilarious. Maybe I should one day draw a face into this and see if that ever happens.
I'll take a screen capture. It's fucking hilarious.
Yo, Black Star, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to go ahead and dissolve all that powdered sugar into the whites, first and foremost. Okay, so it's on a medium kind of setting. Right on. Yeah, so this is braising. I got my rice. That's almost proof, so we're almost there. Your friend, yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? And the best part, guys, if you are in Calgary right now, what is it? The TNT or a lot of the Asian markets have pork or any pork related things for extremely cheap. It's even cheaper than things like fish, beef, or chicken right now. So that's why if you guys have been on my lives the last little bit, that's again why we've been messing with
There's so much
pork a lot. Like it is a thing right now because again we're just trying to create a very sustainable, economical kind of situation where we just showcase whatever we can afford is what we're cooking with. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this do its thing. Do I like to eat pho? Oh man, yes. I made pho actually on one of my lives a little while ago. I actually might do it again. It's the best kind of. Bailey, what's good, man? How are you? It's great to see you. Yeah, I made pho maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. I have a what do you call it? A ghetto version of it, like a quick fire version of it that I really really enjoy using. Yeah, because pho, just like I love a lot of things that are what do you call it? Not Thai, sorry, Vietnamese. Or like things like bon com is one of my favorite things. So it's just like basically like noodle salad with the charred pork, spring rolls, the skewers, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, Colby, you got it, man. Thank you so much for the hat and mustache.
There we go.
You caught me.
Oh, Neptune isn't it? Neptune's alien's here. Yeah.
Neptune's alien.
Neptune's an alien, yeah.
Oh, right on. Welcome. Good to see you. Good combo, $12 with spring rolls. That's what I'm talking about. Because again, pho is supposed to be relatively like affordable, cheap, and super hearty. I love a good big bowl of pho, especially on things like rainy days, man. So good. Okay, so now I can actually start whipping this on medium. Now that I'm starting to take on a bit of air. Rochelle, hey, what's good? You thought it was Friday? Yeah. Hey, sometimes it's just the days of the week just sneak up on you, you know?
Asked how the family is.
The family's good. Yeah, we're doing really good. How are you? And how's your Thursday going? I hope everything is going well. Yeah, I know. Pho in the wintertime, oh my God, it's so good. It's like a feel-good meal, you know? It does feel like a Friday, though. Yeah, you're right. Just in the process of moving. Where are you moving to?
Moving is so much work.
Yeah, moving is a hell of a time. All right. How much time are we looking at? We're in 30 minutes right now. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip my pork. The best part about it right now is that the sauce itself that it's braising in, yep, taking on a bit of that nice pork flavor, which is awesome. But at the same time, also the pork itself is starting to get really nice and tender. I do recommend though, if you have the extra time, go like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just within town limits. Ah. Right on. Yes, and Chase, pork is what we have access to. Right, since we do eat pork, especially Filipinos, it's part of our culture. Pork is actually about a third of the cost of every protein that's currently on the shelves right now. So, yeah, we're gonna stick with doing that.
I mean, if it falls, you can do this with other things, not just pork.
Yeah, but yeah, granted though, just so you guys do know, you can do it with this recipe, especially with any other protein. Shannon is right. You could just go to fish, all that stuff. But right now, since I'm trying to showcase that things can stay economical while being highly flavorful.
Halal chicken wasn't a bad price when we were.
Actually, yeah, and beef too. Halal chicken and beef was actually a reasonable price at the stores. But I will say, I do have an affinity to pork. Crispy pork, absolutely. Because again, one of my favorite Filipino dishes, even to this day, is, Is lechon, 100%. What I'm mixing right now is I'm thickening up right now some egg whites. Right, just making a really quick meringue, like a really stiff peak meringue. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this as the topper for my, Filipino style baked Alaska.
You have a couple questions. First one is, will your cookbook have any halal recipes?
Absolutely. Well, technically, pretty much any of the recipes could be subbed out and are usually halal friendly. Right, so if you can't eat pork or anything like that, by all means use other proteins. Because again, I always promote use what you can and use what you will use. Right?
Use what you eat. Use what you're gonna eat.
Yeah, use what you can eat. 100%. You can also substitute if you're going more vegan, substitute out vegan friendly items like the soy sauce for something that is a substitute, as well as if you're going to use different proteins as a vegetarian. You can also substitute things like substitute things like a tofu or teff or anything like that.
Your friend, what's your opinion on grilled stuffed peppers with rice inside?
Grilled stuffed peppers. So I don't mind them as long as they're highly flavorful. The thing is, when I was running a Greek restaurant at one of my first sous chef gigs, we used to do stuffed peppers all the time. And during that period, we had two owners that owned the place. The first pair, amazingly lovely family, incredible, huge mentors to even to me right now. I still speak to them. Does tofu expire? Yeah, it does. I think. Yeah, of course it does. Right? Yeah. What was I saying? So I had two owners at this Greek restaurant, and we still had the same items more or less. And they sold it to this one dude. He was actually Greek Australian, and there was something about the way that he was like, we don't want to use fresh ingredients anymore. We want dried ingredients, or we want less. He basically wanted to save as much money on it as humanly possible, and our restaurant ended up tanking because of poor ratings. So I will say this, when it comes to doing stuffed peppers, stuff like that, really wholesome, fresh ingredients that you stuff it with, and don't overdo it with rice. Actually pack it with some stuff that you really want to eat. Right, so your meat, a lot of great spices, fresh vegetables like tomatoes, stuff like that, really makes the difference when you're making an item like that. So I do love it, but I do have a love-hate relationship with it. I will say. Her art journals. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the live.
Things happening. Is anyone actively participating in the Loblaws boycott?
Yes, we are right now. Sort of participating with the Loblaws. Yeah, we're doing the best we can. The only problem with it right now is because we physically live a half a block away from a superstore. Right? So, with that being said, how we're doing the boycott is truly just using ethical purchasing as well as thoughtful purchasing, right? So the idea here for us is when I go to the superstore, I'm really only buying things that have been completely discounted, or I'm buying things that they know they have to discount.
We're also using this as an excuse to venture out and try places that we haven't gone to before, like the H Mart that opened in Beacon Hill.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And walk into a Save on Foods, which there's one close-ish to us, but we've never wandered into it, so we went into it.
Yeah, so what Shannon was saying is that we're doing we're taking this time right now to actually just venture out into other stores, right? It's a great opportunity to kind of re-establish where the other stores sit and how they are and stuff like that, right? And I think that's really important. Leisha, thank you so much for the heart me. Welcome. I haven't seen you in so long, dude. How are you?
And then there's a question about when is your cookbook coming out, and then Life as Grandparents is wondering if you ever make pizza at home.
First of all, I do make pizza at home. That is definitely something I love doing. Sorry, excuse me. I haven't brought out the KitchenAid in a little while, but I do love making a homemade dough. And when is my cookbook coming out? Hopefully by the end of this year. Have I tried Avgo Lemino soup? Absolutely. I've made it a few hundred times. That used to be a staple.
Put pork belly in to make it taste good.
What do I put? Okay, honestly, you can pretty much do anything to pork belly and it will taste amazing. So, Alicia, thank you so much for the roses, and Joldum, thank you so much for the heart me as well. I appreciate you guys. So if you want to go like the more barbecue route, you can always use barbecue sauce. You can use a mixture of pineapple juice reduced with brown sugar, a little bit of ketchup and mustard to make your own homemade barbecue sauce. Then if you want to go to the Asian route, like I always do, I always use just a little bit of braising liquid, or you can use a mixture of soy sauce and sugar with sesame oil, all that good stuff, and then just braise it slowly, low and slow in the oven or in a pan like I'm doing now, and then make sure that it's hit with a good amount of stock, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure that it's liquidy. Okay, so I got the pork is pretty much good to go now, right? The sauce in there is actually the sodium is actually quite up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to hit it with just a little bit of extra water, about a quarter cup. Okay, but then I'm actually just going to put this right on low. So this is pretty much good to go. I'm going to trade. Boom. And then my rice, nice, good to go here. So I'm just going to go ahead, kill the heat, let that do its thing with the lid kind of ajar. And then I'm just going to leave this back just on nice and low so that kind of does its thing. So
your friend wants to know how to make rice crispy.
You want to know how to make rice crispy, like on the bottoms? What I would do is, all honesty, is when you put your rice in, add in just a little bit of oil, right? So put it on low. You don't want to burn it to the bottom. You want to create a crispy crust. So what that means is that when your rice is already proofed, pull the lid, let it rest on the side, like, you know what I mean? And then just leave the heat on low, just for a little while longer, so you get that nice kind of burnt, crispy, like paella bottom. And I think that will do it. How do you eat pork? With a fork or a spoon and a knife.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time, yeah. Neptune's an alien. Thank you so much for the fire. I appreciate you. What's my background culturally? I'm Filipino flavored. And how is it impacted? To be honest with you, it's impacted in the way that, like, I love Asian foods, but it's kind of like since I grew up with Filipino traditional food in my house as a kid, that kind of helped me take the leap forward and really be adventurous with other foods, right? It made me okay to try anything because I'm a nose to tail kind of eater, so I'll eat everything on an animal or any type of plant. But one of the things that I really wanted was to kind of delve more into like European or French. That's why I'm a French trained chef. But at the same time, it really made me have a really great, since I grew up with other Asian cultures as a Filipino, it really gave me a great understanding of other people's cuisines, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was awesome. Paella is a little hard. Actually, once you find the technique that works, in my opinion, it's really easy. We do paella every year at my buddy's house. His mom usually makes like some of the best paella on the planet, and she gave me her recipe. So it's a recipe that I genuinely use. If I have to make paella, that's the method that I use. And it simply is, you want to just put in your aromatic, like your garlic, your onion, and your rice, toasted in a pot on medium heat, right? Then you're going to add in your stock, a little. Then you're going to add in a bunch extra stock, right? Put it on medium, let it come to a simmer, turn it all the way down, then lay down your seafood, put the lid on, let it go. Oh, and add your saffron and your, and your yellowing spices. right? And then just put it on low, let it do its thing. Seafood will cook on its own.
You've been back to the Philippines.
We were back in the Philippines in 2014. That was the last time. And you have no idea, we miss it dearly. Yeah, I love, because again, Philippines was one of my favorite places, hands down, but I do love Thailand. Like, everything about Thailand was like everything I wanted in a place. Same with Cambodia.
Bridget asked if there's any food that I don't like, and I said I'm an oddly picky eater. If you want to care to describe your experience.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, Shannon is a strange eater, but she's definitely open to everything.
Strange eater.
Yeah, she has certain things that she's picky about, but in all honesty, she's like willing to try anything. Like when we were in Thailand, you didn't say no to anything.
You didn't tell me what was in a lot of things before I ate it, though.
Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't say much. I just let it happen, which is true. Have I tried cochinillo? Cochinillo. Is that a seafood? Like conch?
Yeah, it's a texture eating thing for me. The more I think about it, it's
actually, you're right. It is a texture thing for you. Yeah, I didn't say much. I let it happen. I mean, that's kind of like the truth, though. I wanted her to really try anything, but to be honest with you, though, even though
I did
even
ask
though
that of him.
Yeah.
I was like, if you know what's in this, don't tell me. Let me try it.
Yes, exactly. She wanted to firsthand just try it and see if she liked it without anybody saying anything. Just left her unattended. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the best part is, like, again, like, we tried as many things as humanly possible. I was there primarily because of the street food. Like, street food culture is one of my favorite things on the planet, especially coming from North America. It doesn't really exist like it does there. And again, Shannon knows I'm open to pretty much anything. But I really wanted the experience to be there 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really wanted her to delve into foods without knowing, you know? And I thought that was a beautiful thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's still down. She was still willing. Like, I don't know if did you have the bugs that one time?
I think I did, yeah.
In Thailand, we tried it, right? Even for me, I'm like, oh man, these tarantulas look crazy.
Tarantulas, it was like crickets and mealworms.
Yo, gooey duck is amazing. I'll be real. Yeah. Because again, I'm an innards guy, but like gooey duck, when it comes to like, what is that? Like, it's a seafood, it's a clam. It's a type of clam. The only thing I hate about it is actually the process of cooking it. Just because it's like eel to me, like where you gotta like break it down a little bit, peel it, all that extra stuff. And Gashner, great to see you again, man. How are you? How's your Thursday, man? Yeah, there was blood cubes in Thailand, but we went to we unknowingly went to like this Michelin star place. That was the place Dew took us to.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of that.
Right?
place.
Amazing, though. In terms of blood cubes, I was like, this is crazy. Mussels. You did Kontiki tour a while back for Asia, tour for 18 days. Yeah. Yo, Rory, though, you know what's crazy about Asia is that it's kind of hard not to be eating a crap ton. To be perfectly real, right? It's like, it's insane to like not be eating all the time, you know? Prince Dodie, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome to the community.
Snacking. So much snacking.
So much snacking. Chinese, what I like to do for food is Chinese macaroni with asparagus. That's awesome. That sounds amazing. Okay, so I got pretty much a soft peak. Yeah, nice soft peak meringue. We'll leave it at that because I'm running out of time. Okay, give that a rinse. Boom. Okay, so this will go on top of the baked Alaska, which we'll do in just a couple seconds. So this is nice and just kind of sitting. Boom. Right, so that's good to go. See, if you run your thing through it, so nice, relatively grainy. Yeah.
Where's the pork belly? Alicia's asking.
Where's the pork belly? Right over here. right? Nice, simply braised. Nice, you can see like the fat is nice and soft and rendered. It's going to pull off this top fat cap or the top skin because I'm not going to use that. So I got my eggs for my fried rice. I'm just going to go ahead and do a really quick chop on a little bit of white onion. Okay, just pull off this, the dry part. Okay.
How do you know when it's fully cooked? Do you temp?
For things like pork belly, you actually the pieces that we got are so thin that what do you call it? That you can just tell by feel. That's the way I go off it because the amount of meat on the inside versus the fat content. If the fat itself is nice and soft and rendered, then generally speaking, the meat itself will be cooked. But that's also why I do recommend do it low and slow, because the longer it takes, the more guarantee that it's going to be cooked either way at the right temperature, right? Because even at a low temperature, it's still sitting at about, I'd say 145 degrees. Say again?
We can temp it. You do have a thermometer.
Yeah, I mean, you can temp it, but I mean, even on low or medium-low temperature, it's not going below 200 degrees what do you call it? Fahrenheit. So no matter what, it's going to reach eventually 160, right, to be fully cooked. I've had haggis. Yes, and to be honest with you, I actually really enjoyed it. the few times that I have had it. Remember, we had it at Dougal's house at one time. Mm-hmm. Or twice.
Yeah, we won one.
It was like Robbie Burns Day or something.
Yeah.
Right, and I thought, to be honest with you, awesome. But I will say, if you're going to have haggis, you gotta mix it all together like a mishmash on your plate. Because if you're caught staring at it like in individual pieces, oh man.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Yeah, don't think about it. Just consume. Right? It's one of those awesome types of dishes. Okay, so I got my pan, relative heat. So I'm just gonna go ahead with a little bit of just a simple canola oil. Right, just a dash.
And they had free taste test of Masha Blanca.
Masha Blanca. Maha Blanca. What is that? I don't actually remember what that is. Jexy can fly. What is good, dude? Great to see you, man. How's your day going? Hope you're all having a great Thursday. And Nick, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. I appreciate you for being here, dude. Rory, thank you so much for the heart me. Bam. I appreciate you, man. There are many foods I can't think. Yeah, dude. But sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're scared of it at the beginning, but then it just grows on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just amazing. Yo, pork with noodles is awesome. I love it. One of my favorite things is, what do you call it? Char siu pork with just plain chow mein noodles. You know what I'm saying? Chow mein noodles, a little bit of sauce on that thing. Amazing. Same with, was it char siu or simple roasted pork with like a nice like noodle soup. Oh, it's like, oh, I know exactly what that is. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, and it comes in the, because what's funny about that dish is you can actually get it on the beach in the Philippines. And it's actually kind of nuts. You're out of green onions? No. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I know a lot of people that are like, I hate fish, but I'll eat crab. I'll have lobster for sure. Yo, and it's fire, man. It's totally weird.
Coconut pudding.
Is a Filipino coconut pudding topped with calic. Oh, that's awesome. That must be so fire. I don't think I've had that in years, dude. Like, I probably had it when I was like a really small kid. Mitchell Hertz, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll the oil just in the pan. Nice and easy. All right. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just break up the egg just a touch.
You got questions on where you are. We are not in Alaska.
No, we are not in Alaska. That is going to be a dish that I am doing. It's a Filipino type of baked Alaska. And what country do I live in? I live in Canada. I'm from Calgary, Alberta. Mitchell Hertz, also from Canada. Right on, dude. Whereabouts? Yeah, Steal My Sunshine. I am always cooking with pork currently, just because being on a budget, it is one of the cheapest proteins that is being sold right now. It's like a third of the cost of chicken, as well as beef, and even like what do you call it? Farm fresh fish is still quite expensive. Smoking and cooking? No, sir. I wish though. Cole Wandler, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. Appreciate you guys. What's cheaper than chicken right now in a lot of the grocery stores, especially at like the Asian markets and stuff like that? A lot of what do you call it? A lot of pork. A lot of I was able to get pork belly, which I usually haven't been able to get for pretty cheap. Pork belly was going for about $4 a pound, whereas pork shoulder is also going for probably, if I believe, it was going for about $5.50 a pound. So getting a big roast was super economical. There's whole pork loins. We got a whole loin. It was approximately 5 to 6 pounds, even maybe a little bit more than that. It was only about $12. So right now, pork is going for a really good price, which we can't turn down. Yeah, definitely go do that. But I also recommend support your local Asian markets if you can. Canada in the house. Yeah, dude. We get a lot of Montreal. Hey, right on. I love Montreal, dude. Roxy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Cassava cake. I love cassava cake. Oh my God. I think I had cassava cake. It was I think it's on my what do you call it, my B page. My homeboy Mike had a bunch of, he had cassava cake, he had pain de sel, sweetbread, he had pandan, these like gelatin joints, and something else. And we were like taking them all and squishing them together and eating it like that. It was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's all Canadians up in here mostly, man. Well, my cat finds his protein hunting spiders and flies. Yo, you little bug hunter? I know, dude. Lychee Calpis joining from Vancouver. Oh, yeah. Leche flan is amazing. Yo, hey. I can't. Leche flan is one of those things that I definitely grew up with. I guess, like, even till now. I think I had it not too long ago. Maybe, like, in the last couple months. Nick, have a great rest of your day, dude. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will hopefully see you again. I'll be back on Sunday, 3:30 or 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Filipino coconut pie. Oh my God, yeah, that sounds amazing. You're one of the few Americans, yeah.
I honestly think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's because again, I get advertised to a lot of Canadians. I think that's just my algorithm. Hallo. Oh my God, dude. I had a hallo at my buddy Brandon's house maybe during the wintertime, and even then, that shit hits, dude. Lychee Calpis, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my God. Also, lychees. Lychees was one of my favorite things. Like when I visited the Philippines as a kid, we used to just get like a 4-pound bag of like lychees. I used to just crack those things open, eat those until I got sick. You know what I mean? Oh my Lord. And I'll still eat them. Oh, Jolden told. Oh, that's awesome. But either way, I appreciate you guys always for being here, man. You guys are definitely like day ones, you know what I mean? So right now, I'm just caramelizing this onion down. Okay, nothing too serious. Where's the? There it is.
Captain Barbell, Kuya.
Hey, sir. How are you? Captain Barbell, how is your Thursday? I hope all is well. Thank you so much for joining this live, brother. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Have I tried silken tofu with sago pearls and syrup? Yes, I have. Yep. I didn't have it when I was in the Philippines, though. There was a local spot here a friend was working at, and he definitely hooked me up with some of that. Definitely reminds you of being on the beach, you know what I mean? Especially when it's ice cold.
You speak French.
Do I speak
French?
Do I talk French? No. I can only say certain things in French, but not enough to get by. And Daniel, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it.
And Captain Barbell, I I assume is speaking to
Yeah, and kumusta to you, my friend, as well. Thank you so much.
Our understanding of other languages is mediocre.
Well, man, I lost my ability to speak Tagalog when I when I was young. I had to like integrate with like local schools. Brian, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. I appreciate you. Welcome to the live. And Jimmy, thank you so much for the rose, dude. Yo, MJ Roz, hey, what's good, dude? Great to see you, man. How's your day going? Captain Barber, you have a great day as well, sir. Thank you so much. All right, so I got some nice color on these guys right now. Kick ass. All right, so go ahead and push my onions, add in my rice. At this point, I'm actually going to just go ahead and bust up the heat. Boom. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to let the rice do its thing for a second. I'm going to add a small splash extra of oil just to the center. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm just trying to crisp up the bottom just so that it just promotes the rice from sticking to each other. Drew, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. You were born in the Philippines or raised in the UK?
That's Australia, bud.
Australia. Hey, right on, dude. Yo, there's a lot of Filipino homies out in Australia, dude. What's my favorite brand of it's either Lee Kim Kee or it's what's that other brand? Damn, it's like the usual brand of soy sauce. The I can see the bottle. It's like a black joint with the but I'm gonna say Lee Kim Kee just because it's like it's more. I'm used to using it a lot.
The Kikoman?
Kikoman, thank you. Yeah, god damn.
And why don't you use sesame oil?
Why don't I use sesame oil? I always use sesame oil, dude. I have to use it. Actually, you're gonna see me use it in this fried rice, 100%. And Joseph, oh man, thank you so much. I'm doing really well. And how are you doing on this nice Thursday? Banana ketchup? Yeah, dude. What is that? You're a chef as well? What do you love to cook? What's your style? What are you into? Roxy, they always know best. Come on. Especially her. She's all over it. You try that on your lunchbox? Right on. Is it burning? No. Check this out. Right, so you get this nice char on the bottom, which means that you can now start smashing it down. And the rice itself now is starting to fall apart. You won't have to do this method necessarily if you have day-old rice. All you have to do is smash it down. Because it's so cold, the rice will actually start falling apart much easier. Since I'm using fresh rice, this is the method I chose to use, what you're seeing here is you need to actually add in just a little bit of that steam to help break it apart.
Mickey, didn't know...
Adobo?
didn't know sesame oil could work with fried rice.
You use it as a finisher. You don't usually fry the rice with it, but you are using it to help amplify flavorings. Just got home from work. Oh, yo, 26 degrees in E-Town. Damn, you guys are getting warm up there.
And what is that? How do you cook your rice?
And how do you cook your rice? I use the pot. Because I don't usually use a rice cooker, although I have one. Actually, technically, I think I have two.
No, do we have a rice cooker?
Yeah, it's downstairs.
Oh, we do.
Like, I haven't used a rice cooker in ages. I'm just going to use up the rest of this rice. Fuck it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just smash that down. Let that re-steam.
Mango float, have you tried?
Okay. What, chef? I rather old stock rice. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. MJ, by all means, use whatever rice you can. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people have been saying that like old rice is bad for you, but I'll be real. We've been eating day old rice for fucking millennia. Joseph, hey, I appreciate you, man. Top tier, I don't know about that, but, you know, I mean, I am trying to create a difference with other people's at-home cooking game and stuff, you know what I mean? What is that? Hey, you subbed? Hey, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you for doing that, dude. One Baby Bella, thank you so much for the follow as well. Oh, QL, you're absolutely welcome, and I appreciate you for being here, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, because again, when it comes to doing any type of fried rice, by all means, use a, what do you call it? Use any type of rice that you want, right? You can use fresh, you can use day old, it doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't stick to your pan, right? Or it doesn't stick to your wok. So at this point, I got this going right here, boom. I'm gonna add in, I'm gonna go ahead, push some of this rice here, add in the rest of this cabbage, right?
Get that. Says, don't sell yourself short. I've been watching your live. You can cook.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
And MJ says, Chef, do you have your own resto?
No, I don't have my own restaurant. I am considering, in the near future, I might actually consider doing pop-ups. I think that would be the best way to kind of generally get myself out there and be able to do experimental food for, you know, a pretty economical price. Okay, so just so you know, I also added in just a little bit of powdered chicken stock. That little bit of MSG is going to help bring out a lot of that extra flavor. Okay, so then I got this going dry, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll the cabbage underneath the rice as much as possible. Okay.
You've got a spoon on TikTok. Are you in the Northwest Territories?
Am I in the Northwest? No, I'm in Calgary, Alberta. Hey, life as a grandparent, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can I hire you? Yo, if I go back to restaurants, which I'm probably going to in the next month or two, yeah, if you're in the Calgary area, you know what I mean? Yo, hit me with your resume. I'd love to bring out people. We'll learn food together. You know what I'm saying? Do our thing. Create that crew. Rice kept in the fridge, absolutely. Granted, like I grew up with my dad always making a pot of rice, and that pot of rice would be on from the morning till the night. And, you know what I mean? After like 20 years of eating that, like, I don't know. I think it's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to, actually, let me go ahead, give that a quick push to the side as well. I'm going to throw in my egg, just to the side right there. Okay. I'm going to break them yolks up. Boom. Hell yeah. Right? Just wait a couple seconds when you put your eggs in, especially if you're using a nonstick. What you want to do is just let that cook up. It'll inflate. And then we just give it a quick mash and then just disperse it through your rice, and then we'll flavor it afterwards. Which restaurant did I work at? I worked at a few here in the city. Most notably, I was at Melrose Cafe and Bar before it closed. We opened a place called Park. I worked at a place called Avec. I also opened up a place called what was the place?
Art Central.
Oh yeah, the Art Central.
The original Jameson's location.
Yeah, I was one of the teams that opened up originally at Jameson's. Yes, I am a French trained chef. Yes. Well, how much did I pay for this haircut? Nothing. Life kicked my ass.
I said a solid high five.
You said all. You mean the 5 head? All right. So now that that's nice and inflated, I'm just gonna go ahead, just give it a quick mash down with a little bit of that rice. All right. Boom. Like that. Mush that in. I'm gonna take some of this. Right. So you get some of that nice soy flavor. Supper food for practice pan stirring. Yeah, man, just use rice or use peas or anything like that.
Well, I want to know what your favorite restaurants in Calgary are. They're in the Peg, but they come for trips often.
To be honest with you, to be honest, I have to look them up. because there's new ones here. I just can't remember the name because like some of my favorites that used to be here was like 10 Foot Henry or the Bell Fry or what do you call it? Like again, some of the restaurants that I worked at. But yo, hey, if you can hit me with a DM, Wilson. Yeah, yo, hit me with a DM. Remind me. I'm gonna send you a list of some very substantially nice restaurants here in the city, as well as there are some extremely good hidden gems. Queen Fairy, hi, how are ya? Soy choice for cooking, either Lee Kem Ki or the, what was it called?
Kikoman?
Kikoman, yeah, Kikoman. Those are, in my opinion, those are kind of like the standard for any soy-based or soy sauce related thing. All right. So we got that fried rice kind of finishing. Yeah. Good amount of sodium. That's good. All right. So then, as always, hit it with just a little bit of sesame oil. I don't have any more green onions, so I'm gonna have to opt that out today.
We're having green onions.
Yeah. I use the hell out of it. Okay, so just give it a small mash down. Yep, you're gonna get some of that nice sesame toasted flavor and fragrance. Right? Turn the heat off. I'm just gonna leave it on the heat though, just to kind of get that nice crispy bottom. Okay? And we'll leave that as is for a second. Wilson, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Oh, China Lily's actually not too bad. Yeah, Alicia, I know. No green onions.
You get another comment. Is that Alaska?
Oh, Alaska's your dream place? No, the thing is, I have never been to Alaska either. What this is a stoner version of a baked Alaska. So you're going to see right now. So what I'm going to be doing here is basically a standard baked Alaska, but I'm going to do it in the way of with Filipino type ingredients. Lies ahead, thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Lambo, welcome back. Keaton, what's good, dude? How are ya? And Layla, thank you so much for the follow as well. You're going to be in a job placement soon? Right on, dude. Congratulations. Hell yeah. It is. Baked Alaska is ice cream, and you'll see what I'm doing with that in a second. It's Baked Alaska is essentially three things. It's ice cream, it's a cake, and it is egg whites or whipped meringue on top that has then been burnt or charred.
In that rice?
Say again?
Asian flavor in that rice?
Absolutely Asian flavor in that rice, baby. Iron Maiden, what is good, dude? It's great to see ya.
Can you confirm where you're at? You got a couple questions on where are you?
And where I'm originally from the Philippines. I've been raised here in Calgary, Alberta. And Iron Maiden, I hope you're having a really great Thursday, man. How are you? It's great to see you. Okay, so I'm going to let that cool down for a second so it's not super crazy hot. Boom. And then I'm going to get on to dessert really quickly. Okay, so this is the way the dessert's going to work. Okay, so I was looking around in my fridge. Yes. Hell yeah. So I was looking around in my fridge freezer. I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for dessert tonight. I want something small, just because we had to be really quick about it. Because we're going to go catch our daughter on her first day of soccer practice. So what I have here in a mold is ube ice cream. Okay. So nice, super rich. This has been sitting in the freezer like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I have some of this banana turon that we had from the last, what was it, last live or live before?
Sunday.
From Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roxy has a question for you.
Okay, what's the question we got here? 9K more likes? Damn. What is the favorite meal for you that you like me prepping you?
I like all food.
She says she likes all food.
I like, here's the problem, is I like most food that's put in front of me, even though texture eating is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, so what she's saying is that she likes all things, except that, obviously textures get in the way of certain things.
But
But
like steak, pastas.
yeah, steak,
down for
pasta, nachos.
Oh my god, nachos, yeah.
Nachos, you know how it is. Okay, so I chopped up a little bit of the banana Turon. Right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and form it to the bottom. So what this is that the banana Turon is going to take the place of the cake in the baked Alaska. Right, so now we're left with this kick-ass like layer of banana on the bottom, ube on the top. Right, so then I'm going to go ahead and just plop this directly onto a plate. Okay. Boom. Okay, like that.
What's your favorite dessert thing that I made?
What's the favorite dessert that Nanners has made? To be honest with you, oh man, actually, there's that stint we did with we perfected macarons, which was incredible. She like nailed it. She also spent a little while making Japanese cheesecakes, which were also good. But in my opinion, the thing that she makes that's amazing, and it is like still to this day incredible, is hold on, I gotta focus on this egg white. Okay, so what's incredible is that she does it's your snickerdoodles. In all honesty, those things are so fire, it's incredible. Okay, so what I did is I took the egg whites. They should have been stiffer, but fuck it. Okay. We got the egg whites. No. And the ice cream. I actually gotta redo that. So I put the loose egg whites on top. Just like that. And just take a nice...
We can't see anything that's off camera.
Yep.
Okay.
Flat-sided knife. I'm just gonna put that right there. Right? So what I did is I took the egg whites and I actually drizzled it directly on, so it's almost like a chocolate coating, if you will, but it's with egg white meringue. Right? And again, I just did a soft egg white meringue just because we are running low on time. Okay. So then, when it comes to baked Alaska, the other signature parts are usually a flambe. Since I don't have like any brandy or anything like that, I'm not actually going to do the flambe, but what I will do is a good hit with the torch. Right? So you give the torch out, right? And you color it. Right? Just like you would a marshmallow. Okay? Like that. Right, so then you have sweet meringue on the outside. You have the ube, which is nice and cold on the inside, and a little bit of that cake on the bottom. Okay, so then what you would do is then you would, since it's hot in my kitchen, you're gonna just go ahead.
It's so fucking hot here.
Just go ahead and take that and garnish it with just a little bit caramel powder. And of course, since I have them, I'm gonna use just a little bit of crushed peanut M&Ms on the side, so it gives you that nice crunch, a little bit of peanutty flavor to go with that ube. Okay, and then just a small.
It just says s'more bars.
Oh, that's in there. That's the score bar powder that I put on there alongside the peanut M&M powder. Okay, so super rustic, but at the same time really crunchy, creamy, has all the elements of like a really decent dessert. I'm gonna actually throw this back in the freezer so Shannon can have this when she finishes her dinner. Okay. All right, now the finale. We're gonna just go ahead, just do a nice simple plating on fried rice. Okay, so with fried rice, you could put it onto a plate, you could put it onto a bowl. It's all good, anything goes in that matter. Okay, so I got my nice pieces of fried rice right here. Wham, put that to the side. And take my pork belly. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is that there's like always a thick cap on the belly itself. So I'm just going to go ahead, run my knife, pull that cap off because you don't want to actually have to chew that. Okay, so then...
why don't you have a food truck?
It's because a food truck is quite expensive, but not only that, right now the food truck scene in the city isn't that great at the moment, and that's what I find kind of sucks. Is you're not allowed to have a fixed space unless you find a contract with a place that will let you use their parking lot, and I find that really frustrating. Do I ever put chili crunch in my fried rice? This finishes. Absolutely, sir. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that right on top. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to just hit with a small bit of that extra sauce right on top. Okay. And as per requested, monsieur, just going to do a couple hits of this nice chili crunch just on top to add that little bit of spice. Okay. Boom. Okay, and then we got braised pork belly with nice, simple fried rice, eggs, we call it cabbage. Yeah. Super easy, super simple, nice and hearty on a nice warm day. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass this off to my lady real quick. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Okay, and that's pretty much what I got, guys. Thank you again for joining me on this live. I have to call it a day because we have to eat and we got to get down to my daughter's soccer practice. So, as usual, I appreciate you all for being here. All the day ones, thank you guys again for coming back. Anyone that's new, I appreciate you for hitting the follow button and following on this journey. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything like that, feel free to hit me in the DMs. By all means, I want to hear from you. At the same time, I think I'm also going to try to do a different kind of live coming up in the next little bit here. I really want to sit down with you guys. I want to talk to you about my chef influences and people who I really endear. Because recently I've been watching a lot of Bourdain stuff, only to realize, like, I always come across this where I watch his stuff around this part of the year, only to realize that he passed away like in June. And it is something that is like burned into my psyche. So I do want to talk about my favorite recipe books, some of my most influential chefs. If you guys are interested in doing that, please, by all means, let me know what you think in the comments. And as usual, guys, it is Thursday. I will see you again on Sunday at about 3:30, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So look out for that.
Almost at 30K.
You're almost at 30K. I can wait a couple seconds. And yeah, if you guys haven't already, anybody out there, by all means, please hit that follow button. And as well, I do post or do reposts of all of my YouTube stuff, or all of my lives on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my page, look at my linked, my Linktree page. It has a link to all of my YouTube pages. By all means, if you can do me a solid, hit a sub on any of those. That would help me out immensely. Say again?
Check your likes.
Check my lights.
Likes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. We're at 30,000. God damn. Right on, guys. I appreciate you. But, y'all, until then, I will catch you guys all on the Sunday. Have a great rest of your day. Have an amazing start to your weekend. And I'll see you all then, all right? Take care.